In this video we will see how to do the last mile route optimization using OptiMeridian. First you need to create a project. So let's create a project in last mile route optimization. Name the project. Create project. Once the project is created, we need to add the information about customer, location, DC locations, its capacity, then the product, the orders, the inventory available, the vehicle, the fleet, the transport, the processing cost, processing time, labors, and the different groups. So let's start with the example. Let's take an example of Chicago. Load the example. So we have the 25 customers, the addresses of the 25 customers with latitude and longitude. We have the 2 DCs, 4 products, 25 orders. For each order we know the quantity, we know the order date and the promise day and the delivery window during which we should deliver the product to the customer. We have the service time, which is the time required to deliver the product at the customer. Then we have the weight of the order, the volume and pallet, every other information. We have the inventory data of all the product at each DC. We have the information about the vehicle, type of the vehicle, the capacity of the vehicle, the maximum distance it can travel, maximum orders it can put. So all the information about the vehicle we have it here. Then we can define at each DC how many vehicle of different type I do have. Then transport will write down the transportation cost, the processing cost or processing time you can define, and the labor information. So once you load the data, you can see all the customers on the map. The bigger customer you can see by using the size by weight or volume. Then in the optimization setting we can set the objective to minimize the total time or minimize the total cost. Let's skip the minimize total cost. We can use a different bunch algorithm. So we have the greedy algorithm, which is the simplest one, to the exact, which is a MILP, but obviously it will take more time to find the exact solution. So you can start with any other good algorithm which is a fast and give the enough good answer. So let's start with the ALNS. Then before going there we have the constraint page. So here you can set a lot of different constraints. You need to fulfill orders with the delivery time or not, like how many orders, late orders are allowed, that is here. So you can define the late orders are there. You can define the if customer connected to the DC, then you can use this constraint to deselect the preferred one. Then we have the maximum order per route, pallet capacity. So all the different constraints that are required we do have here. You can hover over it and you can see the use of this specific constraint. So once you set up the constraint, you have the data, you start running the optimization. So it will start downloading the routes, and after that it will solve the problem. We can see the highlights about the model, how many customers, orders and distribution center. So we can see every information on this optimization page. We got the result. So here we have the one result. So we have the information about the orders. Before going there we can check on the map. So on the map we can see it created some routes. We can filter out the routes. So we have 6 routes. So if we select first route, then the first route will start from here. It will go for this customer, this, so it will go like this. Then second route is this way, third route, and the customer sequence is like this, the fourth route, the fifth route, and the sixth route, like this. So it depends on the what constraints you use. You need to select the constraints as per the requirement. So this is how you will get the route optimization. All the details will be in the order, like from which side, what is the profit loss by each order, the schedule. This is very important. You can see like when the order is created, when it start processing, loading, unloading, vehicle departed, vehicle arrived at a particular customer, then when this vehicle is moving to the next customer, all the time, ideal time frame, we have it here. So we have the complete schedule of the delivering the orders. Then we have the deliveries, like which delivery we can do on time, which we cannot deliver on time. Then if how late, then how, by how many minutes we are doing the late, we can see it here. Then we have the driver sheet, so you can share this with the driver so he can understand by route proper sequence in order to deliver the products. So we have the routes information by route, how many distance we need to travel, the time, the weight, the utilization of the vehicle. So we do have all this information. We have this Gantt chart, so this is very useful, where we can see for each route the idle time, the travel time, the break time. So all the different time by each route we can see on this Gantt chart. We have the utilization, fleet, stops, or if we drop the order, then it will show it here. So we also have the Gantt chart here, so we can select, let's say for route 1, so the idle time is this, then it start delivering the order, then move to the another supplier. This time is a travel time. So we can see all this information very easily on this Gantt chart. So, and we can create a report out of this as well.